It's the HBS show with lesson, the screen goddess. History behind success of your role model. Yeah, Oluwa lifted me higher. Oh, now they wanna eat with me. Now they wanna drink with me. Now they see me as something. But I can't forget yesterday when they saw me as nothing. No one knows tomorrow, brother. No one knows tomorrow, sister. No one knows tomorrow, mama. No one knows tomorrow, Baba. Yeah. It's the HBS show with lesson, the screen goddess. History behind success of your role model.
Welcome to the program HBS Show with Blessing, History Behind Success. Today, our guest on our program is a man who loves his people, a man who likes giving back to the society. Who is this man? A man who has a very humble beginning. Who is this man? He is a father, a caring father, a friend, and also a blessing to our generation. Join me as I make welcome to the program, Godwin Ossai, the CEO of Lighthouse Place.
It's the HBS show with lesson, the screen goddess. History behind success of your role model.
So you look good.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
So what's the secret of this good looking?
Well, it's not a secret. It's something that is available to every person. The state of mind that you keep. If you don't bear grudge, if you don't keep enemies, if you don't do what is bigger than you, remain humble, definitely you will look young. And then, of course, you trust God.
Yeah. So what do you mean by if you don't do what is bigger than you?
Yeah, you want to imitate the Joneses. This man has a replay, and I must get a replay. If for instance, you have a wife, you as a husband, you buy her a blue Mercedes Benz. The next day, you say, I wants red because he saw Mrs. X riding red. So if you don't give him red, you're not a good husband. You give red, the next day he says it has to be black and all that. And so if you are not contented, the ultimate result is crisis in the family. So it is with our life. If you are never contented, you never be grateful for what God has given you. You'll be asking and asking without having time to say, thank you for the one I have. I'm happy. The more grateful you are to God, the more He gives you. You know, while you are making requests, it's recorded on one side of your palm. The ones He has done for you is recorded. The more grateful you are, those ones that are your demands will be moving to the ones that He has met. Always concentrate on what God has done for you and be grateful to God. Then He will be taking more from here to here.
Wow.
So contentment is also key.
Okay.
If you are not going to do things because others are doing things, or you do things because people are saying, making comments and all that, you live your life and be living on people's comments. You can never be a happy person. So for me, I like to be as free as possible, minus all negativities, negative energies, be more positive and
Positive vibe.
yes, give positive vibes. Enjoy yourself. Live across the generations. You know, don't say I'm too old to be happy. I got my first child at the age of 60, therefore you won't be happy. That's nonsense. So at any point in time, live like a young boy, like a child, like a middle-aged man, live like an elder and all that. And you see yourself complete, robust, and you'll be happy. You look young.
So that's
my
secret.
philosophy of life.
All right, that's good.
Not being overambitious.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us, how was your upbringing like?
Like most typical African Nigerian child from a very, very rich home, in quotes, where you don't have slippers to go to school. You don't have sandals. living in thatch houses, and then with planks as the door and all that. Started very humbly. Luckily, I had parents that were looking far beyond their circumstance. So, from a humble beginning to secondary school was very rough, ROF, rough, very tough, TOF, tough, according to SMS messages. Okay, very hot and tough and rough. So, but we had to go through it, and it wasn't easy going through secondary school.
Okay, once we had the roughness and the
Roughness,
toughness, what happened?
you don't have the appropriate school fees, or if you have, it's torn for a long while, you'll be sent home. Rough, to feed all the children in the house. You have to come back from school and go to the farm and join your group to go to do group labor team, go to different farms and all that. So it wasn't smooth like somebody with a golden spoon. School fees wasn't easy. Education was tough. And then life generally was very hard for somebody that is looking forward to becoming somebody to be reckoned with in life. But all the same, it turned out to be good because those experiences.
So why were you not frustrated at that time to like, I don't want to go to school again?
I couldn't be frustrated because I wasn't looking at the roughness and the toughness. I was looking at my dreams. Right from secondary school, I knew I was going to be an economist. I knew I was going to be a teacher. I knew I was going to be a banker. But I had to lay the foundation at the secondary school level. Finished school certificate. Found a way to go to the university. Finished university. Taught in the university. Came back to do banking. And then left banking to do consultancy, which I do now.
So you said you left the university and you taught in the university.
That's right.
How did you do that?
Well, I finished, took a master's degree. I'm a product of UI, University of Ibadan. I was a pioneer lecturer at Bender State University, the one they call Ambosali now. I was very fortunate. I had a professor that believed in me. He took me there. I started there. I taught there for the first 7 years before I left to join an international firm of consulting practice, Coopers and Lybrand, now PricewaterhouseCoopers. From there, I went into banking, worked with Equatorial Trust Bank until Standard Trust was being formed in 1997. My friend and brother Tony Lumelu called me in and I joined him in the pioneering effort until I left. And then as a GM, I joined Access Bank 2008. And then until 2010, I was there as GM in charge of South and all that. So that's the trajectory of my career. And then after leaving banking, I went into consultancy, management consultancy, consulting for individuals, financial advisory, entrepreneurship, human capital development, and policy advisory services to governments and all that. Then business development for the corporate world. That's what I do till today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to take you back to your humble beginning.
Yes.
Now you said that you came from a very rich home.
Yes.
In quotes.
Yes, very rich. Spiritually rich. Yeah.
In quotes.
Yeah.
No, during those hard days, during those hard times, what was your parents telling you?
They taught me how to be patient, how to endure. They taught me to depend on God, to look up to God. I shouldn't look up to them per se, and that they were very sure. Their positive attitude to our situation was an inspiring factor in my life. My father believed in education. He did everything to make sure that I went to school. He borrowed money from meetings here and there. So my mother and my father were great motivators. So that's what kept me on. And then harped on honesty and sincerity of purpose, and never to look at other people to define myself. I should look at my dreams and believe that they will come true till today. My mother still tells me that. She's about 100 plus now.
Wow. That's
It's
beautiful.
only my father is gone to meet the Lord. And all that.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay. Now, you said you were also at the banking sector
Yeah.
for years.
Mm.
So why did you leave?
I needed to actually pursue my dreams. The banking sector is very enervating. It can suck you out. I believed in the society. I couldn't be much useful to society remaining in the bank. Yeah, you'll be making money, good salary, good cars, status symbols all over the place. But you look back home, you cannot as a banker begin to tie the roots of your people. You can't, on your own, as an honest banker, if you are not a thief, you can't be thinking of educating all the persons in your village or your local government or your communities. So I had that dream of being in a circle who, amongst which people who think about developing their society. So I left banking to pursue that dream, but I needed to really strengthen my capacities. And then I had to do a lot of consultancy too. And as I grew, I learned how to add value, how to solve people's problems, how to reduce people's hassles, and to link my experience and knowledge to the society from where I come. Yes, I do undertake some personal philanthropy based on people's school fees, in the polytechnic and the university. You don't need to announce it because all right. So I had freedom. I was freer out of the banking sector to do all those things that that ministered to my spirit. So I left banking because I needed to be in the society where I came from and see how I can give back to them.
Okay, when you left, I believe at first you'll be challenged. You'll face some hurdles because you are living comfort to the streets, kind of. So
Yeah.
how were you able to overcome those challenges?
The truth is, there is no comfort zone per se. Where you are is transient and temporary. You must be continuous in your search for happiness and peace and stability and equilibrium. Continuous, consistent search for happiness. If you stay in one place, you can't achieve that per se. And banking is not a place to give you time to think so much outside money, business, finance, and all that. So there was a need to reach out to people from my place in Delta, from Bendel to Delta, and to my people, Ndokwa people too, in Delta North, and to human beings generally. I wouldn't have done what I did if I was still in the banking sector. I had to also participate in looking for authentic leadership for our people. Political leadership, I mean, for instance. So I became more like a political analyst. And then as a professional student, I'm always a professional student. I learn every day until I die. I'll continue to learn. I read a lot. I'm a voracious reader. I've learned to read. I've learned a little bit of how to join the current generation of reading through what you call the new media. Internet surfing and all that. It made it easier for this generation. So I have to blend. So coming out of banking was good for me to really achieve my general social aspirations. It was a rough area, but what is rough or smooth is a function of your mind.
That's
like you asked, why do you leave a comfort zone to go and struggle? If there's no pain, there's no gain. You have to struggle. Even to become a politician, it's not easy. You have to struggle to be relevant. They don't listen to you if you're a newcomer. people you meet, you must show that you can add value. If you are lucky for them to recognize that you can add value, fine. Otherwise, continue to struggle and continue to evaluate the environment and feedback to the leaders so that leaders can improve their vision, their visioning, they can improve their concept of society and leadership, you know. So at any point in time, the struggle continues because life is continuous adjustment, continuous struggle for the dream that you have. There's transition from the banking sector to the real world. Wasn't a problem for me because I came from the real world to the banking. So going back to the society is not a big deal.
Your mind was already made up.
Exactly.
And you were prepared for it. Okay, now you said you love your people. Talking about the local nation.
Yeah.
And you want a situation whereby you give back to the society and help in developing your place. So tell us, which of the areas have you been able to impact?
Okay. Almost every year I organize enterprise development programs for my people. Well, not restricted to Dokwa per se, but they host it. I usually go talk to the youth, the unemployed graduates, even those that I have over 2,000 mentees across board. Bankers who worked under me, who trained under me, my people who are unemployed, those who are graduates and they don't know how to set up business. Those are the things that occupy me. Pro bono, I don't charge, sometimes 50, sometimes 100, and so on and so forth. So I don't just earn my income from the corporate world and feel complacent and think that you are succeeding. You are not succeeding until you impact people. So I do give my people that to fill the gap for them. I do fill the gap for them from vain or empty aspiration to concrete aspiration, where they can now begin to set business goals and all that and harness resources that are available to them. So that's what I do, and it's a way of giving back.
Okay, so how long have you been doing it?
Since 2010, when I left formal corporate world. I've been doing that, I still do that.
Time.
Yeah.
And God will strengthen you.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, in case you're just joining us, it is HBS show with Blessing, History Behind Success. And our guest on the program is the CEO of Lighthouse Place, Godwin, Ossai. Don't forget to like our YouTube page, HBS show with Blessing, send to your friends. And also, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's the HBS show with Blessing, the screen goddess. History behind success of your role model. Yeah, Oluwa lifted me higher. Oh, now they wanna eat with me. Now they wanna drink with me. Now they see me as something. But I can't forget yesterday when they saw me as nothing. No one knows tomorrow, brother. No one knows tomorrow, sister. No one knows tomorrow, mama. No one knows tomorrow, Papa. Yeah. It's the HBS show with Blessing, the screen goddess. History behind success of your role model.
You're welcome back. You're still on the program HBS show with Blessing, History Behind Success. And before the break, we've been talking about how a guest on the program, Godwin Ossai, has imparted the people of Ndoko Nation. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, HBS Show with Blessing. The program continues. You know, His Excellency Governor Sheriff Okorowori has done a whole lot within his 2 years in office. He has actually turned Delta State into a construction site. What's your view about it?
Well, you can't help but be impressed in what he has done so far. I think the governor is focused and is determined. Just seeing him speak, you see the passion. In spite of all the distorted stories here and there, in spite of all the distractions, by that I mean people who don't even want him to succeed, he's done very well from my personal observation, especially in the issue of construction. And then there's still a lot more to be done. If only our people will cooperate with him. He's our governor now. There's nothing you can do about it. We must give him the support. Whoever comes in as a governor deserves the people's support. This is the time for governance, not politics. Politics of rancor, hatred, and all those negativities. We should put them behind and support the man to do what he has decided to do for his people, Delta people. His construction sites are there for people to see. And I give him praise. I give him a pass mark, doing well. What more can we say? Of course, there are areas that he needs to look out for to improve.
And what are those areas?
For instance, in the area of manpower development, he can use his actions to build his own brand. We need to realize the fact that we cannot give every person employment, but we can empower them to generate employment. Yes, there have been so much talk about skill acquisition. Where are they? They go to the school, you bring one grater for doing tomatoes. Okay, you've made them to be useful to themselves to some extent, but where will they work? You keep somebody there, a graduate, is he going to be grinding pepper and all that? He will be disenchanted. So there is a difference between entrepreneurial development and skill acquisition. Those who acquire skills, whether mason, whether bricklaying, whatever it is, they are to work for people who are building businesses. So it is that aspect, the top echelon of human capital development that we are lacking, in my own assessment. I think our graduates are not yet engaged. Either they are unemployable or they are unemployed, or there is disguised employment, if you like. You think they are working, but they are not. Most of them are on the streets looking for what to do. The greatest thing is that they don't even have advisory services made available to them. There's no guidance. It's not television talk. It is not newspaper talk. It is action that builds the brand. It is what you do that gives you the typical brand. So until we face that segment, we will continue to talk about unemployment and crime and all that. That's where I would love the governor to put people to think with him, to implement enterprise development spirit in our people. That is what has grown China, Korea, Thailand, in fact, the Asian tigers. Micro businesses. Macro businesses are for the big people, the corporate world. Medium-term activities. I understand they gave 1 billion, the governor approved 1 billion for small enterprise and all that. Well, we are yet to see how that is being implemented. But the state can do that. We don't need Bank of Industry to employ our resources for us. The state, we have thinkers here, but unfortunately they are not utilized. Most of our thinkers are not utilized. So they just keep quiet and watch. But people like us will not keep quiet. We'll be talking when we have the opportunity. We have human assets. We are successful. Deltas as a whole, they are very, very enterprising people. But they were built from the old stock. It is the new stock. This new generation is where we're supposed to focus, essentially, to move them from unemployment to creativity. You know? So that's the area that is lacking. Construction is okay. Yes, build schools and all that. But the area of human capital development must be reassessed. We can seminar on that. We can debate on that for government to take outcome of such debates. In fact, we're overdue for an economic summit, Delta Economic Summit, that is not politicized, that is authentic for the good of the state. That's where we're lacking. Unfortunately, we play more politics than development. We're more politically excited than development excited. We have the resources by the special grace of God to change this state and make it clearly number one of the 36 states. We can do better than Lagos State in all aspects. But because of disagreements, rattling here and there, running themselves down, moving from one party to the other, destroying other people so that you can be recognized, we are not able to do anything. So
okay, so what other area you really want him to
I want him
on?
to divide Delta State into development zones. In fact, you can even use federal constituency strategy. Or, if you like, use ethnic. Anyway, as long as it's in Delta. You see, most people, I think the governor is from Ukbe. Yes. Ukbe was one of the most marginalized clan in Delta State, from Bendel to Delta. That Ukbe, you see, that houses Sapele. We knew as children, we knew more of Sapele than Warri. Do you understand? In the days of Captain Blood and all that. You can't compete with Sapele in the time of AT&P and all that. The governor has a time now to turn around Ukbe clan. It's not only my people that have suffered it, the Ndokwa people. Because we don't have government presence, to be honest. We've never had government presence because of the kind of leadership we have always had. No government presence. The only federal government presence we had until recently was the prison yard in Kwale. Do you understand? Until recently, thank God for our former senator. He brought us a federal university and the Polytechnic and so many other institutions that he has participated in. That's the kind of thing that will impact the society.
Who was the former senator?
I'm talking about Senator Ovie Omagege. He did that. It's not from Kwale. It's that, and that act reminds us of Ibori. Ibori is the most large-hearted leader we've ever had. Ibori was not tribal in his orientation per se. Ibori was open and he made use of mature people, professionals, doctors, people who knew what development was, until people started ganging up against him. All his legacies destroyed. His foundations he built were destroyed. For what? Personal ambition of some people whom he made. They run him down. But all the same, I'm saying Governor Sherif should be the next Ibori for us within this remaining tenure. Let him revive that legacy that we had before. Because between him and Ibori, it's been more of destruction, and propaganda. The only luck that the Delta people have is that Governor Sherif has ears to listen. His eyes are open. And I'm sure.
Eyes are everywhere.
Yes, and I know he's not clannish in his orientation. It doesn't matter what you say about him.
Okay, what areas do you want him to rebrand in Delta State?
First thing is your image. That is the reputation that you can build using the current new media. He needs to restructure his media architecture. I'm not proud of what's our newspaper? Pointer. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of DBS. I'm sorry. Because DBS was there, Arise came up. DBS was there. Where are these other AIT? DBS was there. What do you call the other one? TVC. All these people are hooked on to global network. You'll be praising the CNN. You'll be praising Al Jazeera. Is it not human beings that did it? Are we saying we're poor that we cannot build such infrastructure for our state? So the governor has to look at that area. Revamp DBS. There are consultants that can help him revamp DBS, turn it into something new. And then we'll be proud of it. Anywhere you are in the world, you'll be hearing news about Niger Delta, not only Delta State. That's an area. He should retrain staff, send them abroad, spend money on education for professionals in communication. The people are, for me, I'm not setting up any person. The people, I'm not impressed with the quality of infrastructure for our communication in the state. Forget political talk about ministers or about commissioners and all that and all that. A lot of people talk just eye service and lip service to impress governors so that they say, this is my loyal person. Loyalty is not by mouth, it's by action. Tell the governor the truth. We should stop taking some of these shenanigans who just do it to please him. In his next time of choosing commissioners, let him look for mature, experienced minds. We have them all over the place. In the financial sector, in communication sector, in industry sector, in name it, construction. Let him call our people back home. Let's have a tete-a-tete. Let's have a round table. Let's have an industrial, talk. How do we industrialize? We're talking about, what do you call it? Industrial park. Where is industrial park? We've been talking about so many things and it's not on ground. At the end of the day, you blame the governor. He didn't do this. He refused to do this and all that and all that. This is his time to avoid such blames tomorrow. Because the same man that has been praising him now, as soon as he leaves, they will be the people that will condemn him.
All right. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Okay, now, with our discussion so far, it shows that you are a man that is up and doing.
Yeah.
And you are not an idle person. So tell us, how do you blend your social life and work? Because
I told you I live across generations. I interact with kids in nursery schools, kindergarten, primary, secondary, university, and my colleagues who are professors. Okay? I still have mentees who are professors who still talk with me. My students who are professors now. Okay. So I live across board. I go to parties. I go to the church. Of course, I won't forget my God, upon whose grace I am existing. Do you understand? So I'm not straitjacketed into one age or whatever. I make time to also do my work. I still consult for corporate bodies, for individuals, and for associations and organizations and some governments. I do advisory services a lot. And for youths. So I blend. There's a lot of balance for me.
Here, you're there.
Yes.
That's good.
Just take here and there, and then you live well.
All right. So, sir, our youth of today, what word of advice do you have for them?
Number one, nothing good comes easy. Stop depending on your parents. Look inwards. You have the talents. Don't be discouraged. Know what you want. Work for it, and you will succeed. If I can succeed, there's no person that can succeed. If I can go to secondary school and finish and go to university, final year, I almost left the university to go and teach because of money. My last semester in my first degree was ROF, and I decided my younger ones are suffering and I'm here. Why don't I go to a Bini village and be teaching and make some money before I come back to? Then another spirit said, no, that is defeatism. Finish. Luckily, I finished. I didn't leave. I managed and finished. So the same year, I got a job. So what you need is determination. You be goal-minded. If our youths are goal-minded, if you are enthusiastic about your life, if you keep yourself durable, if you are imaginative and you are versatile, there's nothing holds you back. There are so many opportunities that you have now that we don't have. Unfortunately, peer group influence. Unfortunately, the failure of governments. Unfortunately, the failure of our leaders and our parents. They are telling on us now. So everybody's in the what you call haywire, topsy-turvy. Anyhow, you live. You see our girls going naked. You see our boys. If you don't smoke Indian hemp or banana or whatever they call it, you are not a guy. If you are not high, you are not a guy. Is that life? Very soon you will see them in parent-teacher association because they are going to have children. The father will come with sag knicker. The son in primary school is wearing sag knicker. The mother is wearing dread. All of them are wearing dread. They are going to parent-teacher association. That's what we will hear if we're not careful. That's what we are going to meet in the very near future. So don't be in that class of failure. The foundation is broken. We need to rebuild that foundation. Don't blame your parents too much. You have the responsibility to yourself. That's my advice to them.
Thank you so much,
My
sir.
pleasure.
Know that you enjoyed every bit of this program today. You enjoyed all words our guest has been saying. Godwin, Ossai, he did justice to today's episode. Like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, HBS Show with Blessing. Like he said, don't join them. Be yourself. Work hard. Believe in yourself and also stop blaming your parents. I am Blessing for me. We'll do it again next week.
It's the HBS show with Blessing, the screen goddess. History behind success of your role model.